Hey guys, welcome to Tyson's Fitness Tips Podcast. If you want to lose weight, increase your energy, improve your health and fitness, and look your best, then you have come to the right place. My name is Tyson Brown. I'm a personal trainer, and my job is to help you transform your body by sharing with you the most up-to-date information on health and fitness. I'm going to distill it all down for you into bite-sized actionable steps that you can take immediately to see results quickly. Now, every Tuesday and Thursday, you can expect a brand new episode, which will be a mixture of interviews with top experts from around the world in the fitness space, and as well as solo episodes from myself, sharing with you exactly what action steps you need to take to transform your health, your body, and your life. Also, don't forget to listen all the way to the end of the show, because in the middle, I'm going to share with you a time-saving tip, and it might just be a game changer. I know you're short on time, and this one can save you a lot of time and a lot of energy. So, let's get into the show. Do you make these excuses? What is going on, guys? It's Tyson Brown, your transformation coach, and on today's podcast, I want to talk about common loopholes that people make for the excuses to not exercise, to not eat healthy, to do all the things that we know we should be doing, but we come up with these little loopholes that we try and find ourselves around. Now, this actually came to mind when I was reading a book that I've been talking about lately, Better Than Before. And what she talks about is there are some common loopholes that we seem to find ourselves taking in order to get ourselves out of things. So, when you want to eat bad, or you want to, you're going to skip the gym, there are these certain things we actually tell ourselves so that we can actually, because we always try, it's funny because we always try and get out of what we know we should do, right? So let's say example, like exercise. Well, one loophole would be, I did it the day before, so I don't need to do it today. Or something along the similar, it's like, I've been exercising for a week straight now, so I'm going to take the day off. Or I've been eating healthy for a month, so today I'm going to go out and eat bad. And when you do that, it's kind of, it's a loophole you can put yourself through, so you kind of trick yourself out of eating healthy or exercising or doing something you know you should, because you make that little excuse in your head. And so another little loophole that people tell ourselves is that we can't, because it's like an either-or loophole, right? So like, either I go to the gym today, or either I go and do this extra work. Well, the work's more important. And you think about that as an either-or, as opposed to going, well, how can I do both, or what's a better way? So when you use the either-or approach, it kind of just throws you off, as opposed to saying, well, you know what, I don't have to go to the gym today because I can't. Like, you look at it as a black and white instead of how can you see things, like how can you be more optimistic and say, well, how can I exercise today? Or another one is, for other people. So you go, well, I have to go out and drink because my friends will want me to go out and drink, and it's unsocialistic of me if I don't, and I feel weird, or people make fun of me, and you make these excuses in your head to try and justify your reasoning behind it. And that's why people don't see the results either, because we don't realize these things until we catch ourselves. So a lot of people will do the diet thing. Oh, well, I ate healthy all week, so this weekend I can go out. Or I didn't have a drink last week, so now I can have 3 drinks this week. And when you start making up those things in your head and you start catching yourself finding those loops, it's going to be easier for you to stay on track, because then you can say, oh wait, that's a complete load of crap. You catch yourself doing it, and it's funny when you do, because there are certain things that I even find in my head. Like, another one is, I don't have time. So that's a common excuse people use, like, I don't have time because of this, or, blah, 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 blah. We always make up excuses in our head. But at the end of the day, everyone's got time if they prioritize it, and you don't need to go, sorry about the motorbike, you don't need to go to the gym for an hour. If you don't have time to go to the gym for an hour, well, then work out at home with the 5 minutes you have. Or a lot of people, I also use the excuses, my spouse or my partner's sick, so I don't want to leave them, I don't want them to feel bad. But that's just a bit of I'm going to be honest, that's a bit of a cop-out. Like, if your spouse is sick, that does not mean you neglect your health for them, because you being in good health means that they're going to be in good health too. Because if you're both not in good health, well, then what happens? Nothing. You're both going to be suffering the consequences. So why not take care of your health? And honestly, that person is not going to be upset that you leave him or her for that 15 to 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be an hour run. It doesn't have to be 40 minutes, 1 or 2, 10 or 15 minutes. And so catch yourself making these excuses that you make in your head. And I'm gonna be honest, like I use these excuses all the time too. Like, another one we actually do before I started, which is I would call myself doing, is the tomorrow one. Is the I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or next week. Today's the weekend, I'm gonna do it. Starting Monday, I'm gonna be fresh. I'm gonna binge eat all I can because then on Monday it's gonna be all good. I'm gonna eat all these cookies now because if I don't, then they're gonna be there. They're gonna tempt me, and so my willpower is gonna be stronger tomorrow. And that's one I use a lot actually. Like tomorrow, I'm expecting myself to be better tomorrow. The tomorrow Tyson's going to have more willpower. The tomorrow Tyson's going to be able to abstain from this. The tomorrow Tyson's going to be, going to be on track. And it's funny because when you start realizing that, oh wait, I'm catching myself, then you're able to go, you know what? That is a lie. So one thing that I've been doing is just catching myself and realizing where I am lying and what's going on. So I'll give you guys an example. A while ago, I was eating pretty bad food for a while. Like I was eating crappy junk food every day, and I was like, well, tomorrow I'm going to cut out sugar, and then the same thing would happen, and then tomorrow I'm going to do it tomorrow, and I'm like, you know what? There is no tomorrow. It's just right now. And so after I'd eat that piece of sugar or whatever I'd do, like let's say the candy or the chocolate or whatever it was, then I would say, okay, that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. And so when you start to say it now, and you're like, stop, or you just go, you know what? If I'm going to start it tomorrow, I've got to clear everything else out of the house. So what I actually did was I got rid of all those rest of those chocolate bars. I chucked them out, even though I hated to because I didn't want to waste. I'm like, you know what? These are going to be here. They're going to keep nagging me. So I got rid of them. And so even though you're like, okay, I'm going to start it tomorrow, if you take the action today, what that's going to do is that's going to start you on that habit. So if you're like, I want to start eating healthy tomorrow, or I want to start eating healthy Monday, do one actionable thing today. Getting started today on something is going to start you on that process, even if it's just the littlest thing. Even if, like you said, I'm going to eat healthy on Saturday, and I'm going to eat healthy on Monday, and today's either the podcast is going to come out on a Tuesday or a Thursday, and you're like, well, I'm going to start next week. Chuck out all your food today. Chuck out all your unhealthy food today, and choose one healthy thing you can eat for today. So that way you're starting that little habit. You're just doing one thing. Doesn't mean you have to go crazy, but when you catch yourself making these excuses, it's going to be so much more easier for you to start getting on the right track and stop finding these BS excuses, because we can all find them. We can always get out of a loophole. I've been training for a month, I'm going to have today off. Then it goes to 2 days, then it goes to 3 days, and then you know what happens? You fall out of that habit, and starting a new healthy habit is harder than stopping the unhealthy habit because there's pain associated with it. So I just want you guys to think about that. What are some excuses that you find? Are you going out and drinking on the weekend just because your friends do and you think it's going to be unsocial? Because when you make up those things in your head, you can expect that you're not going to see the results you want. So that is the podcast done and dusted, guys. I hope you have a great day. Now, before you go, please make sure to give me a 5-star review rating on iTunes so I can help other people become the fittest version of themselves. Till next time, speak to you then. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. Now, I've got a special gift for you. If you want to learn how I managed to lose 10 kilos and keep it off, then I've got the perfect treat for you. I've got a free intermittent fasting cheat sheet that I share on my website that shows you exactly how to diet effortlessly with intermittent fasting and fit it into your busy lifestyle. And more importantly, this is the exact guide that I follow every single day that allowed me to lose 10 kilos of body fat and keep it off 4 years later. So head on over to www.tysonbrown.com.au and pick up your free cheat sheet today and learn how to fit intermittent fasting into your life and diet effortlessly. Once again, that's www.tysonbrown.com.au. Opt in for the free cheat sheet and I'm going to send it straight to your inbox for free. Until next time, speak to you guys then.